If you've ever wanted your users to control the order of items in a list, instead of letting Microsoft Access decide for them, today we're going to build a display order system that makes that possible. Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. Today is part 76 of my fitness database series, and remember, even if you're not building a fitness database, the techniques I'm covering today can be used anywhere you need your users to control how records are displayed, whether it's appointments in a schedule, tasks in a project list, products in a catalog, or just about any other ordered list. Right? These are access tips and tricks. You can use them in any database you want. I don't care if you don't care about calories or weights or pump and iron. That doesn't matter. This is a database lesson. All right, so last time we added our routine details form as a third synchronized subform and built a combo box that lets users select exercises from related tables. Today, we're going to add a custom display order field, automatically number new records. So when they add another one on the end of that list, it'll get 5, right? And we'll build the sorting and renumbering logic that will let users rearrange exercises into whatever order they want. So if you want to move chest up to number 2, you can. All right, you ready? Here we go. All right, we are back, ready for more fitness stuff. You might notice that my screen is dark. I did a whole bunch of videos on switching over your system to dark mode. And I think this is the first time I've used my dark mode in the fitness series. So if you've only been following along that and you haven't seen my dark mode videos, go watch this. I'll put a link down below. It's really cool. Check it out. And since I think this is the first video that I've recorded at night in a while, I'm going to use dark mode so my one good eye doesn't have to strain too much. Anyways, what we're going to do today is we got workouts, we got programs and routines. Okay, so now that we have, let's say, our 4-day split, I want to be able to put the sort order here so I can rearrange these in whatever order I want to do the exercises in. And again, this pertains to any database type, whether it's scheduling or a product inventory or whatever you want to put in an order to. This technique is going to be priceless. Now we've already got a sort order in our detail table. Where's our routine detail table? Right there's the sort order right there. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this over to a double. So where's my sort order? Right now, when we built this before, I wasn't thinking forward. Let's change this over to a double. And, I can't modify it because, and this is an important one, I have a form open that is based on that table. And if that's the case, if you go to design it, right, it should have given me this warning before, and it didn't. So I'm going to say no. Close that. Right-click, design view. Once in a while, it doesn't give you that warning. But anyways, let's change the sort order to double. And I'm going to set the default value to null. So get rid of that 0. Why double? Well, when moving things around, if you just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's say, right? And I want to move item 3 up 1 to item 2. Well, if I change 3 to 2, now I've got 2 2s. Now there's no easy way to figure out which one to sort. But if I move 3 to less than 2, but not less than 1, if I make it like 1.5, and then I resort the list, I can now resort them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see how that works? Likewise, if I want to move 2 down, add 1.5 to it, now it's 3.5. Now I've got 1, 3, 3.5, 4, 5. So now if I resort the list, which is really easy to do with a record set loop, now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. See how that works? So that's why we need a double for this. And you can type in whatever you want. You want a 1.8? Great. Then resort the list. Boom. You'll see. You'll see why this is cool in just a few minutes. I've done this in some other videos in my developer classes. I don't think I've done it in the Tech Help video yet. So this is some pretty cool stuff. All right. So now that we've got that in the table set up right, let's go to our routine detail F, design view. Let's add that sort order in here. Form design, give me existing fields. We might as well put the other ones in here while we're at it. Let's grab the sort order, the number of sets. Was there anything else? I think that was it, right? Yeah, just sort order and number of sets have to go in there. Put those there. We already got description notes, the exercise ID, routine. Okay, so that's it. They're just those guys. I'm going to put the sets over here to the right. And I think we got to change the default on that too. I think I defaulted that to 0. Who does 0 sets? Well, me some days. You go to the gym and you sit there and you're like, okay, 0 set day. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Leave a little room right there for that. That's probably too much even. You probably only need 2 digits in there. Who does 100 of an exercise, right? Not me, that's for sure. Okay, so there we go. That's good. That's good. Let's set the tab order again. Make sure everybody's nice and ordered. Okay, good. Hit OK. Save it. Close it. Let's open her back up again. And 4-day split. There we go. Okay. I'm going to left align these. And yeah, the default there is 0. Let's fix that while we're at it. All right, so you and you. We're going to left align you. And we'll fix that in the table one more time. I'm going to come up here and do this for routine. There we go. Oh, that's much better. Routine, detail table, design view. Sets is going to default to 1. Okay. Now, first thing we have to do, when we add a new item in here, we need to set that equal to the next item, right? In other words, look up what the largest sort order is in the table for this routine and then add 1 to it and set that. Now, we'll do it in the before insert event. All right, because before insert is something we can modify the record right before it goes into the table. All right, so we'll go into design view. Let's go to this guy, go to that properties. Make sure you're not on the subform properties. Double click here. Go to events, go to before insert. Where are you? Right there, before insert. ... That'll bring up the code builder. Code builder is so much nicer in dark mode, I think. During the day, I like it bright because my room's bright. The sun's coming in. I live in Florida, so I like to see my palm trees out my front window. And I got my lights all on. But at night, I like to bring things down a little bit. Okay, so before adding a new item, assign the highest sort order if it's still null. Because the user might have typed something in too. So if not is null, sort order, then exit sub. Okay, if we're entering it, if they already typed something in, then just leave it. Okay, let's look up what the highest sort order is for this particular routine. So the highest, we got to dim it first, don't we? Dim highest sort order as a double. Highest sort order equals NZ dmax the sort order field from the routine detail table where the routine ID equals whatever routine ID we're on. And if that returns a null, make it a 0. Okay? Now we can say the sort order equals the highest sort order plus 1. And that happens right before the record gets committed to the table. That's why I'm using before insert. Otherwise, if you use after insert, you can, but then it's going to be dirty again. It's a pain in the butt. Just do it in before insert. All right. Save it. We're going to debug compile once in a while. Close it. Close it. Close it. Open it back up again. I'll just insert one in here. Let's say our full body. Let's start off with a chest press. All right. Chest press. Boom. We got a 1. Sweet. Let's add another one. Let's do, what comes after that? Let's do a pull down, a back pull down. Where are we got? I got pull downs in here. Upper back pull downs. Boom. Number 2. Sweet. Okay. All right. Working pretty good. Now, here's the kicker. Let's say I add a few more. Okay. Here's the thing. Let's say I want to move quads up to number 2. Right? Like I said before, if I put a 2 in there, all right, that's fine. And when we'll resort this when it's edited. Don't worry. But if I do that, now you can't tell you got 1, 2, 2. Which one did you mean? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in here 1.5 and then resort the list when this thing is updated. So what's going to happen is this will move up to here. 2 and 3 will move down to 3 and 4. All right. So what we need is an after update event for the sort order field. Okay. Design view. Click. That gives you the subform object. Click a second time. Right. Open up its properties. Get that border right there. Double click. All right. Event. This will be the after update event for this guy. And I've got several whole videos. I think I got some tech help videos. I got some free videos that explain the order of all these events: after update, before insert, when they fire, what's different, what's. I'm not going to go over all the differences now. But this is an after update event. After we update the sort order, we're going to change them all. We're going to resort the whole list. We're going to make a record set loop. We're going to loop through all of the items in the order they're sorted and just renumber them 1 through whatever, 4, X, whatever it happens to be. All right, so when the sort order is updated, resort the list. Okay, so we'll need an RS as a record set. And if you've been following along with the series, you know what a record set is. And L as a long for our counter. Okay, now, first thing I'm going to do is make sure the record is saved, because if the user just edited the sort order, the record might be dirty right now. So we're going to save it to the table, me.dirty equals false. That saves the record. Now we're going to open a record set loop and loop through the items for this routine, right? All the exercises for this routine in the order that they're currently displayed in. Okay, so set rs equals current db.openRecordSet. Select star from routine detail table, next line, where routine ID equals the routine that we're on. Next line. Order by. Actually, we need a space here. We need a space. Okay. Remember, you got to have that space after the routine ID. Otherwise, it'll slam right into order by. I do that all the time. See, there's a little space there. Very important. Don't miss those. Order by the sort order. Right? Whatever it's sorted by now. So now we're going to loop through all the records in that table. All right. We're going to say L equals 1. We're going to start our counter at 1. While not rs eof, do some stuff. Rs dot move next. Wend. All right. Note next. Move next. Sometimes my fingers are set on the keyboard and I just type and I'm not even paying attention. Wend. Okay, so rs dot close. Set rs equals nothing. Remember, I like to build my put my sandwich down first, and then I put the meat and the cheese inside the sandwich. And another thing not to forget, don't forget, you got to move to the next record, and you also have to increment your counter. L equals L plus 1. Otherwise, everyone's getting a 1. Right? Now, what are we doing inside here? What's the meat inside the sandwich? Well, we're going to edit the record that we're on, and then change its sort order to the counter. Real simple. rs.edit. rs sort order equals L rs update. That's it. Right? We're going to loop through the records in whatever sort order they happen to be in and just update them so they're all integers. Okay? And when all this is done, me.requery. So it resorts the list. Okay? Save it. Debug compile. Close it. Close it. Close it. Open it. All right. So now let's just go back to this and let's do this 1.6. Boom. Look at that. And okay, so it worked, but this form doesn't have a sort in it. So let's make sure we have a sort in our form. So go to the form's properties. Remember this guy right here, and make sure under data, order by is going to be sort order. And I don't always like relying on that because this can accidentally and easily get changed. So you can put it up here if you want to. If you'd rather do that, you could say select star from routine detail T, order by sort order. Okay, and that get that because that order by that's so easy to accidentally get changed. You can even put this in the on-open event of that form, but we're not going to get that complicated. Save it, close it, open it, and there we go. So now if I want to move calves up front, who does calves first? Duh. All right, just go 0.5 or 0. Put a 0 in there. Boom. See? Now you see why I wanted to make it a double. Because now let's say you want to do quadriceps second. Make it 1.5. Boom. And now it's second. Okay, and yeah, we got some other things we're going to do. We're going to make sure that we end up on the same one that we were on and then make some buttons to go up and down. We got some cool stuff we're still going to do with this, and we'll do that in the next lesson. All right, so today we built a user-controlled display order system that automatically sorts and renumbers records, giving users the ability to organize items exactly the way they want them displayed. In the next lesson, we're going to add little buttons so they can move them up and down just by clicking on them. That's going to be pretty cool, right? Instead of having to manually type in those values. All right, post a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of today's video and what you'd like to see coming up in future lessons. That's going to be your Tech Help video for today, brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you soon for part 77. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button right now and give me a like. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel, which is completely free, and make sure you click that bell icon and select all to receive notifications whenever I post a new video. If you're new to Microsoft Access, check out my Access Beginner Level 1 course. It's over 4 hours long and it covers all the basics like tables, queries, forms, and reports. It's a great place to start, and it's also completely free. Members of my channel get extended cut videos, sample databases, access to my code vault, and full training classes every month. Click the join button for details. Thanks for watching. I'm Richard Rost with AccessLearningZone.com. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time.